Hello everyone, welcome to News Today, presented by Chris, for today, Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. Today we will cover all of the latest Disney news and all of the things on for Disney News today. But before we start, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never ever miss any of the Disney Parks news all around the world. Now with the news for today, Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. So first, following the announcement of Disneyland Abu Dhabi, Chairman of Disney Experiences Josh Tomorrow seems poised to take over as CEO of the Walt Disney Company when Bob Iger retires again. Isn't that a Muppet song, retires again? In a new article about Hollywood succession politics, The Hollywood Reporter says Tomorrow is in the pole position to take over as CEO. Tomorrow is one of four Disney executives long considered the most likely candidates to succeed Iger with recent success and upcoming expansion for Disney Parks. Tomorrow is now the top contender, but the deal, of course, is not sealed yet. Tomorrow joined the Walt Disney Company in 1998, 5 years after he graduated from Georgetown with a business degree. And in his first several years with the company, he took up the positions of VP of Sales and Travel, Trade, Marketing, Director of Business Planning and Strategy Development, and CFO of Disney Consumer Products Licensing in 2010. He moved to Disney Parks, now Disney Experiences, as the VP of Adventures by Disney from 2013 to 2014. He was the VP of Animal Kingdom, overseeing the parks, Pandora, the World of Avatar expansion plans. He then moved to Walt Disney World Resort, transportation operations. He was then the CCO of Walt Disney World for a year before becoming president of Disneyland Park. And after a year and a half, he was bounced back to Florida as president of Walt Disney World. He's held his current position overseeing all of Disney experiences since 2020, when former Disney Parks chairman Bob Chapek rose to the position of CEO. The Tangled Restrooms mural in the Magic Kingdom has received its 2025 refresh. I'm glad they do this pretty consistently. The section of the mural on the ground is typically repainted once a year to keep it looking vibrant. Mural in question is purple with yellow suns in the style of Rapunzel's wall paintings, and tangled the purple paint curves down around the women's restroom entrance and across the nearby pavement, so it's looking nice and neat now. The main lobby of the Hall of Presidents of the Magic Kingdom has officially reopened. The actual show, of course, remains closed following the inauguration of Donald Trump. The Hall of Presidents of Magic Kingdom has been closed since January 20th of this year. This was in anticipation of the renovation of the theater that always takes place when a new president is inaugurated, as the latest animatronic has to be installed and placed closer to the front of the updated show. The lobby is decorated with portraits of previous presidents, such as a wall with President James Monroe, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and Jimmy Carter. The rest of the lobby space is lined with brown display cases filled with historical memorabilia, including personal items, letters, and photographs of the president. A cast member told us that one of the only major changes to the items in the lobby was the addition of this picture, which shows President John Kennedy with his daughter Caroline and her horse Macaroni, known as Mac for short. Originally taken in 1962, it shows Mac standing in the Rose Garden just outside the Oval Office. The props in the remaining cases are unchanged from the last major refurb of the space, though everything has been cleaned and the furniture has been touched up. While the Hall of Presidents lobby is mostly focused on presidents, as you'd expect, there are also nods to Walt Disney and his connection to American history, and of course, Walt's connection to this attraction. When the magic was being planned, Walt really wanted to have a show with every president ever. A step up from his great moments with Mr. Lincoln attraction at Disneyland Park. He also wanted it at Disneyland at one point, too. He wanted it for many, many years, and Roy made it happen. However, rumors are suggesting that the lobby of the Hall of Presidents is being opened because the new show is nearly ready. Reopening in June would make the turnaround time approximately 5 months, which is significantly shorter than last time, which was 11 months. But it only took 6 months for the Biden update, so we're in that zone. 4th of July weekend would be a really good time to open the Hall of Presidents. Crews have completed the cobblestone work in the exit queue of the Haunted Mansion at Magic Kingdom. Work has now moved to the front of the attraction's entrance. The gray curved cobblestones in front of the standby lightning lane and exit queue archways of the Haunted Mansion have been removed since our last visit in their place, or temporarily blackboards for comparison. Here is a picture of the entrance from a few weeks ago. The curved cobblestones ran between the red pavement and the red bricks in the entrance archways, and some of the red brick trim has been replaced in the exit queue. All the dark green cobblestones are freshly replaced. The cobblestones continue along the edge of the courtyard before fanning out behind the horse, and the gray-brown pavement was not replaced during this refurbishment. All the cobblestone behind the horse was replaced, as well as there are no more temporary boards in the exit queue. The black stones between columns and walls of the exit were also replaced, although the matching stones further into the exit were not. The Astro Orbiter at Magic Kingdom appears to have been completely reconstructed following its extensive refurbishment. After closing in January, the Astro Orbiter was dismantled and removed from Tomorrowland for refurbishment work off-site. In fact, back at Central Shops behind the park, in the past few weeks, elements of the ride have returned, including the decorative planet. During the ride's reconstruction, there was a large crane in Tomorrowland surrounded by construction walls. The crane and walls were gone as of Friday, June 6th, indicating no more elements have to be lifted onto the platform. The ride has not yet reopened, of course. There are probably still final touches and tests to be done before it does. But it is scheduled to reopen this summer. The calendar for the Astro Orbiter listed as closed to released August 5th. The biggest design change at the attraction is the painting of the elevator shaft to gray. It used to be red. The gray blends in with the surrounding Tomorrowland architecture more, which may be the reason for the change. Although I will say that was a repainting several years ago that matched. There were reds and such added to the surrounding area. Okay, so I don't know if I agree with that statement. One of our writers made, but I think it looks better. But it also was painted at the same time as a lot of those colors were introduced to the palette across that area. All the planets look the same as they did before removal. Although, of course, they look better. They look like they've been fixed up a bit. of a mystery is the state of the ride's rocket vehicles. They have not been visible during the reinstallation process, but we assume that they're there and ready to go. Because again, you would need to lift them up. They don't fit in the elevator. You can't just take them up in the elevator. Or maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong. Still, we expect the vehicles and the ride experience in general to not be different when the attraction does reopen. We'll let you know. The cool ship has become cool dirt. What terrible, terrible statement. In Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom, with the kiosk removed, crews have torn up most of the pavement in the area. We checked on the construction a week ago. Only a circle of pavement was gone from where the kiosk had been, but now almost all the pavement behind construction walls has been removed. Strawberry is also gone from one of the built-in planets. And with the recent rain, the dirt where the pavement used to be is a little bit muddy. There's a circular divot in the dirt, which is approximately where the kiosk was. We didn't see any crew members or construction vehicles on the site on Friday morning. But the cool ship closed in late May, and the kiosk as well as the attached cool scanner were quickly dismantled and removed according to the Disney World website. The cool ship is temporarily closed for refurbishment and is expected to reopen later this year. We don't know if the kiosk will return with the same look, if it'll be redesigned. Is the spaceship coming back? Is the scanner coming back? I hope it is, but we'll have to wait. A new breakfast treat has debuted at Westwood Ho at the Magic Kingdom. The Mickey-shaped bacon pecan caramel cinnamon roll. It's $8.49. We ventured forth to Frontierland to give it a try. Westwood, of course, located in Frontierland, across from the Country Bear musical jamboree. The new item is only for breakfast from park open until 11 a.m. After a run of extended evening hours at Epcot and Animal Kingdom, the resort guest park will return to the Magic Kingdom in August. In June, extended evening hours are available at Magic Kingdom on Wednesdays from 10 p.m. to midnight and at Epcot from 9 o'clock p.m. to 11 o'clock p.m. on Mondays. Magic Kingdom will take a break in July, and the benefit will be available at Epcot and Animal Kingdom. Extended evening hours will then resume at Magic Kingdom on Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. Further dates have not yet been released. Full schedule of upcoming extended evening hours is available on the Walt Disney World website. This is a complimentary after-hours event for guests staying at Disney Deluxe Resorts. The Rose and Crown pub at Epcot is serving draft beer and cider again. After nearly 2 months since late March, the UK Pavilion pub could only offer canned beer and cider. This was due to the Rose and Crown pub building a new keg system, which was a construction project that lasted again nearly 2 months to accommodate the limited beverage availability. A bar kiosk opens outside the pub to serve draft beer, but now once again you can go inside and get your draft on. GEO 82 at Epcot opened on June 4th. Unfortunately, opened without the sale of the souvenir glasses that everyone was very excited about for Epcot. We saw the souvenir glassware during a preview, according to cast members. Disney did not order enough to be able to sell them yet. I don't know if they did they not order enough, or did enough not arrive? Either way, that wasn't happening. So what was happening was the wine glass was out on those opening days, on the display case. It wasn't for sale. But what they did was all guests who came got one, which was a very, very sweet bit of guest recovery to do. And in fact, we just went to a dessert party a few nights ago, and they're not doing the wine glass anymore. But we were given the rocks glass the other night. But the Luigi Bormi glassware is created with traditional Italian craftsmanship and new age glass-making technology featuring high-quality lead-free crystal. And we spoke to manager Geo82. We were told the supply chain problems were the cause of the delay. That's what actually happened. They hope to have the glasses for sale sometime this summer. Each glass will be $35. Again, Geo82 opened on June 4th. We do have a video of when we were visiting when it opened. Also introduced on June 4th at Epcot was a new Spaceship Earth Mickey Balloon popcorn bucket. Yeah, the bucket can be found at the popcorn court in Epcot. There's a purchase limit of 2 per person per transaction. The bucket was revealed shortly before the park opened on Wednesday. It's shaped like the same previous Mickey Balloon popcorn buckets, but with the texture of Spaceship Earth. It also lights up, which is really, really cool. The opening for popcorn is on the back of the balloon, marked by the Epcot word marked in blue. The opening slides out for you to pour popcorn inside, and the carry strap attached to the ears is attached to the ears of the balloon. It's mostly blue with imagery of Walt Disney World's monorail going by Spaceship Earth fireworks in the Epcot wordmark in addition. The popcorn bucket again also lights up in a total of 6 colors of red, light blue, dark blue, purple blue, and green. There are 2 settings to choose from with the light, either a slow glow or blinking option. The battery panel can be found on the bottom of the bucket along with the on-off switch. The bucket retails for $26. Following the final performance of Muppet Vision-3D on June 7th, the entire left section of Grand Avenue has now been blocked off by rolling planters, and the area has been removed from all of Disney's Hollywood Studios park maps. As previously announced, both Muppet Vision-3D and Pizzerizzo officially closed at Hollywood Studios over the weekend. The whole area is set to become Monstropolis for Monsters Incorporated, with a still unannounced show taking over the Muppet Vision-3D theater and a new suspended door roller coaster being built in the area behind Grand Avenue. As of June 8th, the whole area to the left side of the guest walkway is now blocked by those planters. The planters run directly across the brick-covered path that led to the Muppets courtyard, keeping guests from getting any closer to the building. A cast member was stationed by the planters to keep guests from trying to go around them. Walt Disney World revealed a slew of new menu items for Disney's Animal Kingdom, including a new Sartori combination bowl and cold Blue Flight, a baked mac and cheese, several baked mac and cheese dishes at the Smiling Crocodile, new desserts, and more. The one returning item announced on Instagram was the strawberry shortcake ice cream sandwich at Dino Bites. Stacks, get these. You get the pulled pork sliders at 8 Spoon Cafe at the Smiling Crocodile. There's a new baked macaroni and cheese with garlic smoked sausage, or the baked macaroni and cheese with buffalo chicken. New dessert items include the mango vanilla mousse at Hornby Market. At Pizza Fort is the new chocolate swirl cheesecake and chicken caprese baguette sandwich. In another Instagram post, Disney revealed the key lime pie pop at Flame Tree Barbecue and new at Restaurant sauce or the strawberry and vanilla shake and Tagoli lemonade with a glue cube. The new combination, both Stoli Canteen, is a chimney turf beef and chili garlic shrimp. There are also 3 new specialty coffees available individually or as a flight. For all the details on these and pricing, go to the Walt Disney World website. When visiting Disney's Blizzard Beach water park, we noticed that there are no posted weight limits for any attraction at the water park, despite a recent lawsuit involving a guest over the weight limit being injured. According to local Orlando News 6 WKMG, Agin Strickland filed a lawsuit against Disney for dangerous conditions at Disney's Blizzard Beach during his visit in July of 2021. He chose to ride downhill double dipper despite exceeding the slide's posted weight limit, is what they said. He weighed 334 pounds around that time, while the slide has a weight limit of 300 pounds. According to the lawsuit, Strickland became momentarily airborne as a result of the slide, and his inner tube became dislodged, and as a result, he landed on the surface of the slide and now suffers from permanent catastrophic injuries, which were not disclosed after initially looking into posted weight limits online. We found several instances where panelists of Plan Disney stated that the only attraction at either of the water parks with a weight limit was the chairlift at Blizzard Beach, which is capped at 375 pounds. It could hold up to 3 guests per lift. However, the webpage on the Walt Disney World website for the chairlift does not mention any weight limit. At the front of the park, posted signage details the rules that guests must follow, which include but are not limited to various safety precautions like ages for unaccompanied guest, rules against smoking and vaping in the parks, and prohibited items. Guests are directed to disneyworld.com/rules for a complete list of rules to visit guest services. Nowhere on the sign is any mention of a weight limit for select slides or attractions. On the Disney water parks map, yellow triangles are used as a designation for attractions with physical considerations, but only with height requirements. The same can be said of the park in park map signage, which includes the physical designation yellow triangle, but no mention of a weight limit for any attraction. When we went to check the safety signage for the downhill double dipper, the sign details that guests should be in good health and free from heart conditions, back or neck problems, or other conditions that could be aggravated by the slide, as well as deterred those who are not at the height requirement of 48 inches or 122 centimeters. The aforementioned posted weight limit of 300 pounds is nowhere to be seen. Moving uphill to the entrance into pickup for the downhill double dipper, the sign here is the same as the one at the bottom of the slide, with no mention of a weight limit. Meanwhile, at the chairlift, the one attraction that has a weight limit, according to Plan Disney, signage only designates the minimum height requirement of 32 inches and the maximum of 3 riders per chair. The 375-pound weight limit is not disclosed. When checking all of their safety signage in the park, we could not find any guest facing mention of a weight limit for any attraction or slide. Boutique at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort is undergoing a refurbishment this month. The maintenance project began on Monday, June 2nd, and is expected to be completed by the end of June. During the refurbishment, half of the store will be closed, but the other half will be open. Disney said that maintenance may be seen and heard in the area during the work period. Boutique, of course, is a gift shop on the first floor of the Great Ceremonial House, the lobby building of Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, which went through a major refurbishment just back in 2021. But now they're working on the inside. In 2023, the lobby received new rugs and seating upholstery, and in early 2024, new carpeting was installed on the stairs. According to the Walt Disney World's website, the Bellevue Lounge will be temporarily closed for a brief refurbishment later this month. The Bellevue Lounge is a small area located inside Disney's Boardwalk Inn, just off the side of the main lobby building. According to the update on the Disney World website, the lounge is now scheduled to be closed from June 9th to June 11th. The lounge is typically open from 4 p.m. to midnight each day, but again, for the next couple days, it will not be operating. Well, everyone, unfortunately, our broadcast has came to an end today. And you may ask, before we go, I want to say, you may ask why it's a longer broadcast than usual. Well, actually, in a few days, I have a vacation to take. That's unfortunately not to Disney. So, that's why I want to get everything done before I go to on my vacation for my own safety. I can't say where it is. But be sure to check out my Chris Edits channel. I'll put it right here. Check out my Chris Edits channel. My Chris Edits channel has just a lot of stuff. But I'll put it at the end of the video. But so before we go, once again, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss Disney park news around the world. Goodbye, everyone, and peace.